Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Well, after weeks of teasing about it, Wikileaks has finally unveiled Vault 7. It is essentially the largest ever publication of confidential CIA documents. Now, Julian Assange was set to speak about Year Zero on Facebook today, but a live stream of the event was reportedly hacked. Wouldn't you know it? So it's not clear if this event has been rescheduled or not, but very interesting there that the live stream event gets hacked, because this is key information. You're not going to find it on CNN or MSNBC, NBC. They're all talking about Obamacare Light, which, yes, that is a huge story, but they are just going to roll all of these non-issues with the Russia hacking and Trump's tweets of the week and everything, and just completely try and bury this story so that most of your people in middle America and elsewhere will never get access to it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if they knew it was coming. After all, we know the access they have to basically any digital information that ever existed. But it's funny you mentioned about the hack of the WikiLeaks planned broadcast. A lot of people were reporting issues on Twitter when they tried to tweet hashtag Vault7, myself included. I had a tweet that I was trying to get out with hashtag Vault7. I had to retry it about 9 or 10 times just to get it out.
Well, I'm sure
and I had people sending me tweets at the time saying, hey, I'm getting this internal server error every time I try to tweet with hashtag Vault7.
Gotta love Jack. He's always suppressing any real information. You know, he's works on behalf of the deep state there. So people, you gotta maybe misspell it so that you can kind of game the system there.
Well, speaking of Twitter, Kim.com got on Twitter and tweeted, @RealDonaldTrump would go totally ballistic if he knew what the Obama and CIA did. They used his phone, cam, and mic, watching and listening 24/7. Of course, Kim.com has good sources that know this type of information.
He was able to find that out because in order to build his case, he was able to receive all of the documents, and that was how he found out that they were actually using his phone, his camera, his microphone, and everything to spy on him in a copyright case. So that's why Kim.com has been really vocal about all of this, saying, man, Donald Trump, if you only knew this is going against Kim.com, who's never even been inside of the United States of America. So they're spying on him. Obviously they try to say that they're going to, obey the Constitution and not spy on the rest of us Americans here. But I mean, it's just insane what we have learned just in this first little drop of Vault 7.
Well, and that's the key of it too. This WikiLeaks Vault 7 has not even been on the internet for 24 hours yet. And this is a document with, I think, 8,000 pages or something crazy like that. All kinds of stuff. People are scanning through it. So we're starting to get some of the details on some of the things like umbrage. I know that you talked about that earlier, but no, and the other thing, just to add to the Kim.com tweet, all of us would go ballistic if we knew what was going on.
Right.
Now we have the WikiLeaks. Now we have the intel. Now the crazy thing, now here's the interesting part about this, Leanne. You and I have known this. Alex Jones has known this. The Infowars have known this. People who are quote unquote woke have known this, red-pilled, right? I mean, even the average individual, I feel like, would say, you know what, the CIA, the NSA, the FBI, whoever it is, can probably access my phone, access my camera. It just kind of is common sense, kind of like a duh factor now. Okay, but now
But isn't it amazing they couldn't find any of Hillary Clinton stuff with that bleach
there's
bit?
missing emails too.
Oh, so
those emails, I'm sure that they're missing. Yeah, we can't find those. But so the Vault 7 comes out, and it has to make you question things. Obviously, you brought this up earlier with the Michael Hastings death. Okay, so we have now the CIA programs where they look into hacking cars, getting access to cars. Of course, with the modern day smart car, that means you can steer it. That means you can shut it down. That means you can speed it up, slow it down, brake it, whatever you need to do. Probably change the radio station.
Right.
If you're listening to Alex
We've
Jones.
We've seen your average hacker doing this already. So this is not some far off dystopian future. They're already showing you hackers. There's video of it out there on YouTube. This is already happening. They're already taking control of the smart cars. So why is the CIA interested in this type of technology to engage in nearly undetectable assassination?
And let's be real about this. This isn't just about cars. This is about planes. This is about trains. This is about anything
your
attackable.
Television.
Yeah, your television. Anything on the Internet of Things.
Yes, and
your oven, your refrigerator.
Again, they said it they said it right to you that they were going to use the Internet of Things to spy on you, that it will be used. So it's like they can even justify, well, we told you we were going to do. I don't know why you filled your home with all those smart appliances.
So look at the details that we need to get to the bottom of here, and I don't know if we'll ever be able to. Let's get back to Hastings for a second. So Michael Hastings is worried about how he's being looked at by the FBI. He's in fear for his life because he's about to break this huge story. He's emailing family and friends saying, hey, I think I'm being watched. I need to get off the grid for a while. I'm getting out of town. All of a sudden, his car speeds and blows up, and now he's dead. Okay, so I guess you could say, well, we're just assuming that the FBI or the CIA or anybody has that ability to hack his car. But you know what? Do we have any evidence that can hold water, or is it really just kind of an intuition thing? Well, now we have the evidence that holds water. Are we going to get an investigation into this? Are we going to look into the CIA? How are we going to get any answers for Michael Hastings and his family? Now it goes one step further, Leanne. You just talked about the Russian stuff. Okay, so now via the Vault 7 leaks, we find out that the CIA, of course, we already knew this. Again, this is another no-duh factor. We've been saying that, hey, if Russia is going to hack anyone, they're going to leave the fingerprints of the Chinese. They're going to leave the fingerprints of somebody else. So this is typical.
And people pointed out that if it truly was Russian hackers, they're so smart that the CIA is stealing their information to build up their own cyber arsenal. So why would the Russians be that stupid to leave a fingerprint? They wouldn't unless the CIA wanted to make it
look as if. And now we know that obvious thought process when you're a sophisticated hacker comes to mind. So we know that the CIA already had these plans. They already had Umbridge ready to go. They already have these. It's basically a false flag is you can go into a system, leave someone else's fingerprints. We've all seen it in the physical world in the movies, Jason Bourne, whatever have you. Okay, so now we figure out, well, let's say that they decide they're going to announce that Trump or somebody was hacked by the Russians. They're already claiming Russian hacking everywhere. Oh, but are we going to know? How am I going to know that it wasn't Umbridge, that it wasn't the CIA that left the Russian fingerprints?
That's
now
exactly
we know that they're talking about this.
That's what Jerome Corsi says in his article, is that this is more so likely that the CIA actually created counter-espionage designed to implicate Trump, and they could just do that and then bring that to the Department of Justice and say, look, here's the evidence. We need a FISA. We need a green light.
And you know what's amazing to me about this, Leanne? So this all breaks this morning at about 9 a.m. Central, I believe was the time it broke today. All of the media, I mean, you know that I'm pretty much just glued into the media 24/7. No one is talking about this.
Right.
The only place where you're going to find people talking about this right now, or at least today was on talk radio. You would not find this anywhere on the television news, folks. Trust me, I was watching. Nothing on Capitol Hill, nothing on CNN, nothing on Fox, nothing from Spicer's press conference today, nothing from anyone. And you would think that this would be the biggest story because guess what? As usual, on the Hill, in the Sean Spicer briefing, what are we talking about? Russia, 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 Russia. I've got Democrats. We're trying to get people confirmed to their job so that they can start working. I've got Democrats that get up on the podium. We're at a confirmation hearing here, okay? And they're spouting off about Russia. Has nothing to do with the hearing. They're spouting off about Russia. Nothing about Vault 7 and nothing about the fact that this could be a false flag to blame Russia.
Right.
They just sit here and cry Russia all day. I'm just curious, are they going to even recognize the existence of this? I expect tonight on Fox News, Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson will cover this. But that's it. I bet no one else does.
Well, it's very interesting because Michael Hayden, who's out peddling his new book, this former CIA director, is actually talking about the amount of consistency, the amazing consistency between the information that's disseminated by Russian media outlets and conservative American sources like the Drudge Report, radio and TV host Sean Hannity, and Breitbart. So here we have Michael Hayden trying to implicate all of the pro-Trump media, us included, saying how we're all Russian agents. We're all putting out this Russian fake news. Meanwhile, Darren McBreen already broke the story last week about how they're creating fake websites to pump out their fake news.
How can people still be in the dark, Leanne? This is it. This is literally everything, folks. How can people not wake up? That's the biggest thing to me, Leanne. How can people not wake up?
I just think, imagine how President Trump feels now that he has access to all of that classified information. Unbelievable. And this is just the beginning. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the show tonight. We'll see you here again tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central.
This is one of the biggest secrets out there. The missing link of why our ancestors, whether you were in Africa or ancient Albion, which is England today, why our ancestors were so much stronger. I mean, there are huge archaeological reports, all sorts of anthropology studies, you can look them up for yourself, that show that humans, just an average farmer of 10,000 years ago in England, was stronger than Olympic athletes today. In the final equation, everyone knows our modern society has lost its vitality. The sperm counts are down like 90%. People are falling apart. They're totally depressed. They're unhappy. What is going on? Every ancient culture was obsessed with what I'm about to reveal to you. Today we call it bone broth, and for thousands of years our ancestors enjoyed its benefits before it became lost to our modern diets of processed junk. That's why I'm so excited to announce the product that is undoubtedly the jewel in the crown of Infowars Life products. Caveman. We lost our vitality because we just ignored the ancient traditions. Everyone knew that you used all the parts of the animal. You used the skin to cover yourself or for shelter. You used the meat for sustenance, the fat for cooking, but you used the bones for strength. We are now introducing Caveman by InfoWarsLife.com, the ultimate in true paleo nutrition with bone broth, turmeric root, chaga mushroom, and 7 total primal superfoods in a single great tasting formula. The bone is so amazing. From the outside structure full of minerals and key cofactors to the marrow that produces the blood for the body. This is the engine of the life essence. I've made a lot of important points here, but this is the one you need to research for yourself because it's so key. High-quality bone broth helps support healthy muscles and connective tissue, while the active compounds in turmeric do battle on the cellular level and help fight free radicals. And collagen is essential to aid healthy tendons, ligaments, and muscle tissue. This is an absolute win-win. You get an amazing product produced right here in America. You support Infowars and all we're doing to promote freedom and the restoration of our republic and promotion of freedom worldwide. The journey towards better health and giving our bodies these amazing compounds that God created starts at InfoWarsLife.com. 3 years in the making, incredible research, and the very best ingredients. I'm Alex Jones, and I may not be a caveman, but compared to these trendies out there in the street, I'm as close as it gets. Join me at InfoWarsLife.com and get your caveman formula today.